I have always wanted to stealthily from a shadowy corner backfist somebody. Keaton is not remotely a buff dude.
And he had us.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
All I saw is Billy Crystal. I'm comparing them. I was like, is that Billy Crystal?
They have a very similar build, actually. I feel like in the 80s, I feel like you could probably confuse Keaton and Billy Crystal.
And the hair
easily.
and the turtlenecks. Yeah. I mean, you know, so I'm with you. I agree.
Now all I can picture is Billy Crystal in that Batman cowl going, hello.
What could have been?
Hello.
I mean, we do have City Slickers.
I know.
Isn't this, you know, it's a multiverse. It's a multiverse. Yeah.
Curly's in this. He also dies in this. He's typecast.
Yeah. His twin comes back in Batman Returns.
That would have been hilarious.
He's behind me, isn't he?
But literally everything I pulled out of that bag on like my 5th, 6th birthday was nothing but toys and like a replica grappling gun, a utility belt with that golden logo on it. Like, so I was just immersed because of all the gizmos and gadgets and everything that like, that didn't exist for me as a kid up until this movie. And they weren't like kiddie looking. They were painted black and gold and looked just like what Keaton had, just a smaller version. Like I vividly remember the grappling gun, and it looked just like Keaton's in this movie. And I had tons of the different action figures. And so I feel like it was around probably like 91, 92 that from all of the toys, I remember watching this on VHS and just being like, holy smokes.
Batman, now you can bring his battle against crime home.
Batman, haha, you missed.
Hey guys, this is Postman Polly in Kansas. And the thing about Batman, see, I'm 43, so I'm old enough to remember when they would show the old Adam West Batmans on TV as reruns. And I loved that. But then when this Batman came out and it was like dark and dramatic and just cool, like I was all about it. And then on top of that, like I knew Michael Keaton because of the show, because of the movie Mr. Mom. Did you guys see Mr. Mom? What a great movie. You guys got to do an episode on that. Mr. Mom, though, I'm like, dude, that's the Mr. Mom guy being Batman. How sweet. Thanks, guys. You guys are always entertaining. You make me laugh. And I love listening to you guys while I deliver mail out on the gravel roads of Kansas.
First of all, Postman Polly, what a great nickname.
Yes.
I feel like Postman Polly needs to call us in on a regular basis and tell us how the gravel roads of Kansas are doing. Still gravelly, still dusty, still Kansas.
Savior.
No, I'm just the postman.
I had totally forgotten till the rewatch of this that Billy Dee Williams, Lando Calrissian, is Harvey Dent. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I stumbled across the thing that in his contract, he was signed on to be Two-Face in a later film. But once it made it to Batman Forever is when Tommy Lee Jones became Two-Face. The studio actually bought Billy Dee Williams out of his contract to hire Tommy Lee Jones. So he was slated since 1989 all the way up to Batman Forever to be Two-Face. Like,
don't you? That's wild. And don't you think there's a lot of that? You heard about the Wayans brother being Robin at one point. Thank God it went to my man, Chris O'Donnell. Thank you.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Among the contenders for Keaton's role, for the title Batman role, was Mel Gibson, Kevin Costner, Willem Dafoe. This one's funny. Tom Selleck, you know he wouldn't have shaved his mustache. Like Cesar Romero. Not like Batman. I didn't you see the mustache like underneath
the
cowl?
It should be pulled down a little.
Ray Liotta and Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan would have killed the Bruce Wayne character. I mean, because I feel like
007. Oh, you mean he would have actually?
But I feel like he just embodied this suave, cool dude in James Bond that he has that Bruce Wayne appeal to me.
He's got a martini down in the Batcave, a bunch of women. I mean, this sounds awesome. Alfred, come back later.
Seems a good place to start.
Michael Keaton, when he was cast as Bruce Wayne, it caused so much controversy with comic book fans that then all of the production of DC and Tim Burton received over 50,000 protest letters. Because it's like, there's no email. There's not, like, people had to handwrite or type all of these protest letters in 1989 and pay for postage and mail it instead of just tweeting it out for free. You had to, I mean, imagine being so angry as a comic book nerd that you're actually angrily putting your blank sheet of paper into your typewriter and sliding that sucker back and forth, licking the envelope, going to your post office, and that whole time staying upset enough that you're still going to mail that to Tim Burton. Like, that's just insane. Yeah.
That's dedication. But do you think then 50,000 people were sitting there like, oh, I was wrong?
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For
wow.
sure.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
They wrote this specifically to get Nicholson. They wanted Nicholson straight out of the gate, so much so that Nicholson knew how much they wanted him for this role, that in his contract, he got back-end money from this movie. So because it went nuts in the box office.
You want to get nuts?
You want to get nuts? Maybe that's where it came from. It was improvised in his contract. He told that to Tim Burton.
He tried first. You can't handle the... Wait, I already said that. You want to get nuts?
But it was said that he got, at the time after this movie, it was so successful, $60 million on top of what he was already being paid to star in the role. So that's just the back end, was the $60 million. And they said, adjusting to inflation, that's almost $200 million today.
Every kid loves this guy, I believe. And I particularly love just the name, Joker. It's fantastic.
Robin Williams heard about this role and wanted to be the Joker so bad. But Nicholson was just like, he was it. They didn't even want to look in another direction. But could you comprehend a Robin Williams Joker? I mean, it would have been insane. It really, not to replace Nicholson.
Sure.
But in some other like iteration of this, to hear Robin Williams do a Joker cackle would have been crazy.
It's such a hard thing because it's almost like asking me if I want a slice of carrot cake after I've already gotten full on a slice of chocolate cake. Yeah, that carrot cake looks great, but I'm full. Like, Jack has made me full, if that makes sense, on that roll.
That's a great analogy, yeah. And now I want cake.